And good evening to you. Welcome to high school basketball action on Central Illinois Sports, live tonight from Boschel Gymnasium as the 4-1 Pittsfield Sockeyes play host to the 5-0 and number 1 ranked in the 1A AP poll Southeastern Suns. Good evening to you. I'm Charlie Holt. Jack and John are alongside tonight. It's the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. The Sockeyes and the Suns, a year ago when these two teams matched up, Southeastern got the better of the Sockeyes, and that was without the All-Stater in Danny Stevens. Pittsfield's going to have their hands full with him and the Southeastern crew tonight. We'll talk more about the matchup on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show after this.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Did you know that Prairie Land FS doesn't just sell seed? They treat it and box it right here at one of their local facilities, then deliver it to your farm or fields. Growers trust Prairie Land FS to deliver top-performing crop protection products that promise the best performance before, during, and after the growing season. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports with locations in Pittsfield, Liberty, Barry, and Hannibal. Great Rivers Bank is here to serve you with all of your banking needs close to where you live. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Well, Southeastern 5-0 on the season. They won the Beardstown tournament to start their year, winning the championship game 72-65 over West Central in a game we brought to you on Central Illinois Sports, where the All-Stater and Danny Stevens put up 52 of his team's 72 points en route to the victory. And Jack, a lot of question marks coming back with the Suns team coming into the season. They lost quite a bit due to graduation. They knew they had Danny. It's, I think kind of some people thought it would be like the first couple of years of Gilligan's Island, where it was the professor and Marianne were just referred to as the rest. That's what they thought the rest of this team was going to be, and this group's proven to be pretty solid so far.
Isn't it amazing? Good players make everybody around them better, and I think that is the key to a lot of this, and that is that Danny follows suit with a lot of All-Staters. You're better if you just kind of follow along. Now, Larry Bird used to hit a lot of people in the face with the ball. These guys have kind of figured out some of Danny's passes and know when to get him the ball.
There will be people that tell you that Stevens, he's a ball hog or he does blah, 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 blah. No, folks, he's just that much better than about everybody he's playing at this level.
He's probably smarter in education-wise, straight-A student, fine young man, comes from a great family. His great-grandmother actually was my English teacher, one of the finest ladies I've ever worked with in Peggy Stevens. And don't kid yourself, folks, Danny Stevens is a kid that anybody in the state of Illinois or across the United States would love to have on their basketball team.
Yeah, another perfect example of just because the other kid is better than anybody on your team, where he's the big guy, you don't have to hate him. He's a pretty good kid, and we're really looking forward to getting to see him in action again here tonight.
It's kind of like what Ellie Tenite told me about the Shrek girl from Notre Dame. She said, Jack, she's amazingly good, but she's so darn nice, and it makes it hard to hate her, and I agree. and they just happen to date each other.
This Pittsfield squad coming off of a win at Minden Unity, kind of an ugly win, and really when the Sockies do win this season, as they're 4-1 on the year, they kind of want it to be ugly because they're not going to score a ton of points. They're going to have to make it on the defensive side.
How many Southeastern Pittsfield games are a lot like the old West Hancock Pittsfield games? They're kind of ugly most of the time. Danny's the difference maker, and Pittsfield will have to figure him out, but they'll come out and play good defense, and that makes a difference with a lot of teams.
Pittsfield defeated Southeastern when Stevens was a sophomore. It was that weird COVID season when there was no basketball, and all of a sudden a week and a half later they were playing games. Stevens was hurt last year when they matched up, had a broken wrist. Without that injury, I'm probably going to go out on a limb here and tell you he would already be over 2,000 points in his career, but he'll finish well over that mark before it's all said and done, and especially if he's putting up 50 plus in a night, it'll add up in a hurry. It's the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We step aside for a timeout. Back with more on Central Illinois Sports after this.
Here at Mountain Dew, it's easy to tell who really loves the outdoors. For one thing, there's the rack on your car and the hitch on the back of your truck. There's your garage full of toys, from dirt bikes to wakeboards. And there's your cooler full of Mountain Dew, always at the ready. Because when it's time to get out there, climb into your deer stand or your fishing boat, a cooler of ice-cold Mountain Dew, that's as important a piece of outdoor gear as your spinning rod or your four-wheeler. Mountain Dew. Get out and do.
Helena Agra of Camp Point, Illinois is a proud sponsor of the broadcast of Camp Point Central football. For all your seed, fertilizer, and ag chemical needs, the experts at Helena Agra, Brian Obert, Dustin Roskamp, are the guys to call. Let them show you the best seed, fertilizer, and ag chemicals to make your farming operation a success. Call 217-593-7761. That's 217-593-7761 for Helena Agra. Helena Agra says, go Panthers!
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Lipcomb Insurance Services realize today's risk. A good risk management plan is a necessity. It takes thought and consideration in many variables that face you as a producer. No one solution can be the answer. At Lipcomb Insurance Services, we have over 40 years of experience with agriculture and the problems you face. We offer a wide variety of options to help you shoulder some of the risk. We understand farming. We will go over your goals and challenges as a producer and build a risk management plan that fits your operation. Contact Brett Lipkeman at 217-242-2703. Lipkeman Insurance Services, a trusted and proven provider of federal crop insurance for over 20 years. Go Eagles!
Illini Community Hospital is committed to providing high-quality specialty care close to home. We are pleased to welcome Dr. William Severino, urologist, and Dr. Mark Mount, ear, nose, and throat physician, to the consulting physician clinic team at the Castile Center. Specialty care is also provided for orthopedics, cardiology, podiatry, obstetrics, oncology, and more. Learn more by visiting IlliniHospital.org or call 217-285-2113, extension 3950 to schedule an appointment.
Back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show, about 9 minutes away from the Star Spangled Banner, the starting lineup and the play-by-play of tonight's contest with the Southeastern Suns and the Pittsfield Sockies. Suns are the number one ranked team according to the AP poll in Class 1A. Now, that was based on 2 games into their season. They're 5-0. Of course, they played in the Super Sectional last year when they lost to Liberty. Of course, remember how good that Liberty squad was. The Southeastern team looking to improve as the season goes along and see if they can't get back to that point and maybe even one step further.
Remember, Logan Robbins played his butt off that night on defense against Stevens at the Bowl and held him to 22. I said, kind of reminds me of the days of your Uncle Denny when he played against Hales Franciscan and held Ken Maxey to 38 one night.
Well, I mean, I think that's the thing with Stevens is if you can hold him this year, especially in the 30s, you have to kind of consider that a win.
Yeah, because they're going to have to find points from other people if you're the kind of team that can put 55 or 60 up, and he only scores 30. Somebody else has got to fill the blank.
Well, I was really impressed last week by the play of Owen Rigg, the 6-foot junior, and especially Griffin Tippie, the 5'11 sophomore. Those two guys can really shoot it from the outside, and Stevens does a nice job to connect with them when he gets multiple defenders coming his way. For this Pittsfield side, they've really struggled to shoot the ball the last couple of games. Once against Porta, last Tuesday against Mendon Unity. They're going to need to shoot it better, especially from the perimeter.
Do you think when you get in a huddle like this that Coach Tom Have said, hey, are we going to choose sides? I'll take that big kid for this game. Been a while since they've had anybody that size, probably Dalton Hoover, huh?
Stands about 6'7", does Stevens, and definitely worth the price of admission if you get to see him throughout the year. They'll play in some highlight type of games this season. They're playing against Scales Mounds in a shootout, who had a good team last year. They're playing in the Quincy shootout on January 21st. They're the 9 a.m. game, but they'll be playing in that shootout like Liberty did last year. So a lot of opportunities to see Stevens and the Suns as this season goes along. It's the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Check out the CD rates right now at Great Rivers Bank. Make that money, make money for you. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. We step aside on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Back with more after this.
The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517. United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card. Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois. Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Of course, we'll have action for you tomorrow morning from Auburn, Illinois, the site of the 7th grade Class 3A state finals, as the PCS Lady Braves take on the Staunton Terriers. And the game scheduled to start at 9 o'clock with the pregame show around 8:30. We hope you'll join us then. If the Lady Braves win that contest, they'll play again at 5. If they would lose, they are going to be eliminated from postseason contention. And did learn last night that the IESA next year is going to implement another level of postseason play. There'll be a regional, a single sectional game, and a super sectional that will be played, and they'll take 4 teams to state. And so they'll shorten that quite a bit without having 8 teams come to the state tournament. So that'll be a little different. But tomorrow, 8 teams will embark to Auburn, along with various sites throughout the state of Illinois, as they'll play 4 classes all in one day.
I think they used to take 16. Because we went 4 times to Winona, a lot of different times over time.
Well, I mean, I guess it's one of those things of, you don't want everybody to make it to state, but is 8 really too many? I mean, what does it take, an extra day? I guess I don't know that I fully understand that one, but the advisory committee, a member who explained it to me, made it sound like it made a lot of sense. They're hoping to have some more competitive games, and I think that's the issue they were running into, that you were having some first-round games that weren't very competitive. But my, oh my, sometimes you have the state championship game played in the opening round, and maybe one of those teams doesn't make it with the elimination of an 8 going to the state finals.
We saw that Springfield team that Griggsville was playing in the state a few years ago, and it wasn't competitive in any game because they, without the multiplier, just had quite an advantage.
Well, some keys to the game in this contest. First of all, if you're the Sockies, you have to take good care of the basketball, and as we talked about, have to be much better on the perimeter shooting the ball against the Southeastern team, who is not what I would call a tremendous defensive squad. You saw them give up 65 points to West Central, who is a little more advanced on the offensive side than Pittsfield would be, but Southeastern would much rather see this game be in the 50s than in the 60s and 70s, and the Sockies, on the other hand, would much rather see it be in the 30s or 40s.
They need to shoot the basketball, and they need to understand that shooters have to shoot the ball and have confidence it's going to go in. But what a tough couple of days. So play West Central, who's highly rated, on Tuesday night. So a couple of 1A teams coming. I guess they're going to Winchester on Tuesday night. Pretty tough competition. If they could get a win like this one, people would think a little bit about your program, wouldn't they?
It would be definitely an upset, I'd say, on this one. Southeastern very highly thought of, and if you're the Southeastern Suns, keep on rolling, baby. I mean, that's the thing about it is you can talk about the #1 rating and that sort of thing. I don't think you hear these kids talk about that a lot. That's the other thing I really like about Stevens. He scored 52 in that contest, and you'd have never known the difference. He's just a very level-headed kid. He got beat on the entire game in that one, really never got frustrated. You don't ever see him with his palms up in the air when something goes badly. It just kind of keeps on. That's why his steadiness has gotten to a point. He's a preferred walk-on going to the University of Missouri. Had scholarship opportunities to play in some other Division I programs, but he's extremely smart, and so I'm sure he'll get some academic scholarship type of help on that side of things as well. It's the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We pause for our final timeout. When we come back, the starting lineups and the play-by-play as the Sockies and the Suns go head-to-head at Boschel on Central Illinois Sports.
Call Best Systems Builders for all your insulation needs. We are a full-service insulation contractor offering both open and closed cell spray foam, blown cellulose, and fiberglass installation. Best Systems has 2 BPI certified professionals ready to inspect your home or business today. You may qualify for incentives through the American Act on Energy program. Call Scott or Michael at 217-285-6005 for your free estimate, or visit us online at gobestsystems.com and start saving money on your energy bill today. Abney Home Improvement is a family-owned company with Christian values. We have a passion for helping our customers find the best products at a great price. We understand making a large purchase of windows and doors for your home is a big investment. Our mission is to be completely upfront with you. We have built our business on trust and reputation. We depend on our customers to refer us to friends and family for their home improvement needs. Call 573-221-0886. We finish what we start with quality for you. Abney Home Improvement's 100% satisfaction is what we build our business on. Time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Carlson, and Brad Wellman. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you. Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs.
If you're near retirement or thinking about retiring, you probably have questions. How do you make your savings last? How much should you take out and when? You're ready for retirement, but are your finances? Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Derek Harris, can help you build a strategy to help your finances keep up with your needs over the long haul. You've done what it takes to get there. Now it's time to make the most of retirement. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois for a face-to-fact appointment. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Well, let's meet the starting lineups, brought to you in part by Illini Express, here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday on the south side of the square in Pittsfield. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org. The Southeastern Suns, Brett Upkus' squad is 5-0 on the year. They'll start at a guard, a 6-foot junior, Owen Rigg. At a second guard, a 5'11 sophomore, Griffin Tippie. And at the third guard, he is a 6'2 junior, Mason Fry. At a forward, the 6-foot sophomore, Aiden Akers. And at the other forward, the 6'7 senior, Danny Stevens. Stevens, Akers, Fry, Tippie, and Rigg for Southeastern. For the Pittsfield Sockies, Brad Tomhave's team is 4-1 on the young season. They'll start at a guard, a 6-foot senior, Adam Musgrave. At a second guard, a 5'8 senior, Nolan Daniel. And at the third guard, the 6-foot junior, Brennan Tomhave. At a forward, a 6'2 junior, Connor Allen. And at the other forward, a 6'2 junior, Eli Mendenhall. Mendenhall, Allen, Tomhave, Daniel, and Musgrave for the Pittsfield Sockies. Well, they're going with the long starting lineup tonight. That means we have a chance to step aside to hear from one of the sponsors helping to bring the game to you tonight. We tip it off next on Central Illinois Sports.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
When choosing internet and Wi-Fi service to meet your family's education needs, it pays to do your homework. You'll learn that Cascom, with fast, reliable speeds up to 1 gig, powered by whole home adaptive Wi-Fi, is the right choice. School has changed, and so should your internet. Contact Cascom and upgrade to the internet speed and whole home Wi-Fi your family needs.
Well, just about ready to tip off tonight from Boschel Gymnasium in Pittsfield. The Sockies and the Suns. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Bowlers Universe. They are open every Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays until midnight. Saturdays 4 to midnight. They'll have the band Rabina Groove tomorrow night starting at 7 o'clock at Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield. Come out and enjoy the fun.
No reason you couldn't head out to the Bowlers Universe after the game tonight, is there, Charlie? Got a lot of great stuff going on.
Let's see, have an early bedtime.
You guys might have. You got to be in Auburn very early in the morning.
The Suns will be in the visiting blue uniforms, gold numbers, and white trim. The Sockies are in the whites tonight with the red numbers and black outline. Stevens jumps in the center for Southeastern. Musgrave for the Sockies. Sit back and enjoy high school basketball on Central Illinois Sports. Dwayne Kerfman, Doug Elledge, John Shepard. The referees for tonight's contest. The tip is up and controlled. Well, it would be by the Sockies, and Mendenhall could run it down. And
why he didn't grab a hold of it, I have no idea, because Musgrave's the one that tipped it.
Yeah, I think Musgrave definitely tipped it.
All he had to do was grab it.
Blue ball. So the Sockies won the tip, but Southeastern going to get the ball. Taking it out of bounds underneath is Aiden Akers. Lob into Stevens. Stevens puts it on the deck. Puts up a shot. It is no good, but he's fouled, and he'll shoot 2 free throws 3 seconds into this contest.
I do believe Connor Allen's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his first little lob play into Stevens. He'll go to the free throw shot line to shoot a pair. If he hadn't had injuries and COVID, he would be the all-time scorer. He makes the first. Called it on Mendenhall, they said, but no, it was on Connor, and he makes both free throws, does Danny Stevens. He's got 2.
2-0 Suns are the advantage here. Just underway in the first. Little zone action for Southeastern. Stevens in the middle of that zone defense.
Another reason why you got to shoot it outside tonight.
Tomhave with it on the wing, pressured on the wings. Now pressured out front by Rigg. Picks it up, looks to Musgrave, inside Mendenhall. Looks to attack, kicks it back out on the wing to Musgrave. 7:30 to play in the first, 2-0 Southeastern with the early lead. On the baseline it goes to Allen. Back to Daniel at the top of the key to Tomhave now, way out near the half-court line. Musgrave looks in the paint, nothing going. Works off the screen from Tom Habe. Now on the right side, Daniel. Daniel in double figures the other night. Get it into Allen. Allen throws a pass, stolen away by Stevens. Ball knocked loose from behind now, and a foul going to be called against one of the Sockies here as they collide with Stevens. It's Mendenhall this time.
Mendenhall will pick up the foul. It'll be his first, team's second. And, they had a chance to get the ball into Mendenhall against Danny Stevens and kind of threw it back out. And I think that's what you need to do is try to get him in foul trouble.
Stevens will bring it up here. Just underway, 7:05 to play in the first, 2-0 the advantage for Southeastern. Look at the ball to Stevens in the paint. Turnaround move, fadeaway Jay, good again. He's got 4 and makes it a 4-0 Suns lead.
Pretty simple.
On the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Musgrave with it on the left side. Dribbles inside the perimeter, now has picked it up. Free throw line gets it to Mendenhall. Turns and faces. He'll take a single bounce of it. Down low, they'll work it into Allen, and he'll have it stolen away. Tippy on the run into the front court for the Suns. Out top, Fry. Top of the key now, Stevens. Stevens will try the dribble now. 6:27 to play in the first. He has 4. And nobody else has scored in this contest. Rigg now with the basketball. Works out top to Akers. Looking down low, nothing open. Left side, Tippy now. They'll get it inside to Stevens. He'll go around the man, shoot, misses it. Rebound loose, and a foul on the putback as Fry was trying to put it in. He'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Fry was fouled on the play, and they're going to call that on Mendenhall, so he'll get 2 fouls very quickly in this game. And we'll see Anstead into the game after the first free throw by Fry. That's Mason Fry looking for his first points. 4-0, 6:10 first quarter. First one up and short.
Rearlet Twine, located just north of Pittsfield across from the airport, your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, benches, and much, much more. Stop by and see Rick and Tracy Reel and the gang at Rearlet Twine, 285-5013.
Stevens the only one in there on the free throw, and he's going to have a shot at the rebound, but Musgrave comes away with the missed free throw.
So a couple of misses at the stripe for Fry. 4-0 Suns. 6:03 to play in the opening quarter. Tommy with it out top. It's a man-to-man now for Southeastern. Allen with it. Works it top of the key to Anstead. Puts it on the deck. Hands it off to Tom Habe. Tom Habe to Allen left wing. Out top, Tom Habe gets a touch. He'll dish it over to Musgrave. Musgrave against Stevens. On the right side, Tom Habe now deep in the corner. To Musgrave. Allen around the horn. They find Daniel. 5:37 to play in the first. Daniel now picks it up out of a double team. To Tom Habe. Back to Daniel. In the corner to Musgrave. Looks in the paint. They pass it around the perimeter here. Have not scored with 5:25 to play in the first.
They haven't shot the ball yet.
They had that Anstead right there with no help side defender. Didn't get it to him. Out front Anstead to Musgrave. Gets it to Tom Habe out top. Right side Daniel. Daniel can still dribble. Does so. Gives it out front now to Allen. Works it down low to Anstead. Trying to go to work. Tough turnaround shot. No good. A rebound on the play. Down to Tippy for the Suns. Gets it to Stevens, and he'll walk it up for Southeastern. Just under 5 minutes to play in the first. Now he ditches top of the key. Akers for a 3. It's good, and it's 7-0 Southeastern with 4:47 to play in the first on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Trucks 217-922-0044. For all of your diesel repair needs, it's Trucks.
Can't come out and play timid. Right now, the Sockies are letting the defense determine what they're doing.
Daniel in the corner to Musgrave. Out top, Daniel. Right side, Tom Habe. Tom Habe will dish back to Daniel. Down low, finds Allen, and he'll be fouled on the floor, the official tells us. Ball out of bounds underneath to Pittsfield.
Akers, I do believe. Nope, Mason Fry picked up the foul, his first, team first.
Fry sits down as Rigg is back into the game for the Suns. 4:22 left in the first period, 7-0 Southeastern.
Makes everybody better when you're the number 1 rated team. You know, the rest of these guys say, hey, we need to play hard.
Here's a shot put up on the baseline by Allen, no good, and the rebound down to Rigg. He'll give it to Stevens, and Stevens will bring it up for Southeastern. The 6'7 senior across the half-court line against Connor Allen. He'll put it on the floor now and be fouled. Ball out of bounds to Southeastern underneath, and then the Sockies racking up fouls in a hurry now.
That on Allen, his second. 2 biggest guys on your team are in foul trouble. Here comes Javen Petty into the game, and Connor Allen will have to sit down.
It's one of those things that, as Anstead will now try to guard Stevens, one of those things that you know, people have thrown a lot of gimmicky things against Stevens. You watch West Central do it where they're trying to face guard him. It's almost one of those, like, you're not going to take him away. So now he'll fire up for a three. It is good as it rattles in and out, back in, and then we'll have a foul on the rebound. It's 10-0, and then Southeastern will be called for their first foul of the night on Akers. Second foul, excuse me.
Okay, Akers going to pick up the foul, his first, team's second. 10-0 in the early going here. Biggest lead, of course, of the ball game. And the timeout on the floor. 3:59 left first quarter. 10-0 in favor of Southeastern. Back in 30.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. The road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
.359 to play in the first. A 10-0 advantage for Southeastern. Prompts Brad Tomei to call the timeout. Just a hair over halfway through this first period. It's been all Suns.
Interesting how a lot of times we've seen 30 to 28 games between these two, and you can't be down by 10 if the score's going to be that at the end.
Petty with the basketball, way out front. Gets it to Musgrave at the free throw line. Now to Petty, top of the keeper at three. It's too hard. And the rebound off of Musgrave and out of bounds. It'll be Southeastern ball length of the court to go.
He and Stevens fought for it there. Musgrave trying to be aggressive, but he was the only guy on the offensive board that time. Everybody else had vacated.
3:44 to play in the first. Rigg to Tippy. Tippy back to Rigg. Rigg to Tippy. Into the front court on the bounce. They'll work it over on the right side now. Saki's into a zone. They'll get it to Fry. Out to Rigg. Over to Tippy on the wing. Skips it over to Fry. Good look, three ball on the way. It's no good. And Tomei with the rebound for the Sakis. He'll be fouled by Akers.
Akers will pick up the foul. That'll be his second of the ball game. Third team foul. 3:23 left in the quarter. Into the ball game comes Josh Kaltenbach, and he'll set Aiden Akers down.
So Kaltenbach is a 6'1 senior. 3:20 to play in the first. Pittsfield trying to get on the board. Petty to Tomei. Works it out near the half-court line to Petty. Over to Daniel. Bounces it on the baseline. Anstead right back out to Daniel. Long skip pass over to Petty. Dribble drive inside. Dishes to Daniel. Misses the ball, and the turnover as it goes off of him out of bounds.
Right to the hands, and he's a good baseball player, and I know he's got good hands, but that time took his eye off of it.
3:03 to play in the first. Suns up by 10.
You can't be looking down at the three-point line trying to catch a pass.
Tippy with it in the backcourt. He and Rigg proven to be very capable at the guard spots. They'll get it in the front court now to Stevens. Stevens has Daniel on him. He's going to expose that, right?
I would think so.
Yeah, 4 low here. Stevens on the dribble against Daniel. Work off of the screen, out top to Fry. Fry puts it on the deck, drives and kicks to Rigg. Rigg on the baseline with 2:35 to play in the first. Suns aren't afraid to be patient.
I like the way the rest of the Suns players know their roles, so that is the important part of this team.
Stevens off of the screen, gets switched off again on Daniel, going to try to back him down, spins, shoots over the top and scores.
That didn't work.
12-0 Southeastern.
He has 9.
With 2:13 to play in the first period. Doesn't matter if he had 1 right now, his squad would still be winning. Here's Musgrave inside, shot up no good, fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Stevens will pick up the foul, his first, team 4th. Free throws to be shot by Musgrave.
Well, they called it on Fry.
I'll be darned. Fry's going to pick up his second. Wasn't too much doubt in my mind on that one, but I was wrong. 2:06 left first quarter, 12-0 the score on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. And the first one no good by Musgrave.
Moose Lodge 420, check them out for their Friday meals each Friday. They have a new special at the Moose Lodge. The food's hot, the drinks are cold at Moose Lodge 420 in Pittsfield.
They don't sell pork chops this time of year, I don't believe, do they? Second one up by Musgrave, also no good. Got to make your free throws.
0 for 2 on that trip. 2 minutes to play in the first. 12-0 the advantage for Southeastern. Rigg brings it into the front court, gets it to Stevens near the sideline. Musgrave out guarding him. Puts it on the deck. Now back between the circles to Rigg. Gets it to Stevens at the free throw line. Ball knocked loose. He'll get it around to Rigg left side. Top of the key, Tippy. Over to Stevens. Fires away for three. Good.
If you're wondering if he's any good, yeah, he's pretty good.
15-0 Suns. 1:27 to play in the first on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. As Pittsfield's offensive woes continue.
Guards are doing nothing right now.
Tom Abe out top Musgrave. He'll fire away from downtown. Rattles in and out, no good. No second chance opportunities as Southeastern is aggressive on the boards. 1:07 to play in the first. The Suns lead by 15, and Stevens walks it across the half-court line against Musgrave. Bounce pass to Kaltenbach. Right back to Stevens. Drives on the baseline. Gets underneath. Shot put up no good. Foul, and he'll shoot two as Anstead with the foul.
Anstead will pick up his first. Stevens to the free throw line where he's got 12 points. 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. 57.3 seconds left first quarter. 15-0 in favor of the Southeastern Suns. Stevens, the senior, first one up, is no good.
If you need concrete for your next job or project, give Pike County Concrete a call. 217-285-5548 with locations in Pittsfield and Jacksonville to best serve you.
Stevens' second attempt, looking for his 13th point, is good.
Makes it 16-0. Sub into the contest is Jesse Johnson for the first time, and Stevens sits down. 57.3 seconds to play in the first. It's 16-0 Southeastern. Pitching the shutout right here. Daniel with the basketball, right side to Petty. Out top, Tom Abe shouts out some instructions. He works against Rigg. On the right side, Petty. Petty with the dribble, gets it to Musgrave, tries to dribble in traffic, nearly turned it over, keeps it alive, goes up at the rim, misses the layup, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot two.
Almost turned it over, but came and got it. Fouls on Rigg, his first, team fifth. 2 free throws for Musgrave, where he's 0 for 2 from there. Stevens will check back in after the first free throw. He didn't get much rest. We saw that even in the super section. Can't be too tired this kind of play, and Musgrave's not close on that one.
Stevens back in. Kaltenbach sits down. 37.7 seconds to play in the first. 16-0 Southeastern.
37.7 seconds left in the quarter. Musgrave scores the first point for the Sockies with the free throw.
15-point game with 35 seconds to play in the first. Rigg with it in the backcourt, gets it to Tippy, across to Stevens, finds Johnson. Over to Rigg with 25 ticks to play in the first. Right side, Van Beck to Tippy. Out top, Rigg gets it over to Van Beck. Now Stevens with it with 18 seconds to play in the period. He puts it on the deck. They switch off Anstead back on him now. Stevens takes a peek at the clock, gets it to Tippy. Tippy with the ball, left wing, Johnson with 3, 2. Tippy gets it to Stevens. A turnaround shot is no good as it's blocked at the buzzer. And we head to the second quarter. It's all Southeastern. They lead the Sockies 16-1. Second quarter play-by-play after this.
Few things compare to Camp Point Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers. The same can be said about Channel and the farmers they serve. You see, unlike other seed companies, they don't have salesmen. With Channel, you get the advantage of a dedicated Channel seedsman, a trusted year-round advisor who can provide the right recommendations for your fields. It's their hands-on approach that truly sets them apart. Customized service, expert advice, elite seed management products. Find your Channel seedsman at channel.com or contact local district sales manager Matt Hughes at 217-242-8852.
Did you know that PCRE Real Estate and Auction now offers a full-service auction alternative? Farmland, residential real estate, commercial real estate, estates, guns, antiques, farm equipment, and commercial equipment are a few examples that the experienced auction team is ready to assist you with. Our team can make the auction experience less stressful and smooth. Check out our next auctions at our new auction location at 500 Piper Lane in Pittsfield, or call 217-430-2985 and speak with Jason Duke to learn more.
16-1, Southeastern after one. Sockies will have the ball. Southeastern 5 of 10, 3 of 4 from the arc, 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Sockies 0 of 4, 0 of 2, and 1 for 4. Trailing by 15 with the basketball.
Tommy with it on the right wing. Works the pass out top to Musgrave. It's in the paint. Now to Petty. Petty works it back out on the dribble now to Daniel on the left wing. Suns are in a man-to-man defense. On the right side, Musgrave. Top of the key, Petty. Against Johnson. Has picked it up. Right side, Daniel. Daniel trying to shake free to Petty. Left side, Tomave in the corner for a three. It rims in and out, no good. And Stevens with the rebound for the Suns. He'll walk it methodically toward the front court. 7:17 to play in the half. They bring Anstead out to try to guard him. Now Stevens drives by and is fouled on the floor.
He might have traveled ahead of that one, but he's going to be fouled. It's going to go against Anstead. That'll be his second. So 6 fouls basically on 3 guys trying to guard Stevens. And got to keep your feet, staying in front of the man.
7:09 to play in the half. Here comes Ethan Gratton, the 6'1" junior, into the game. He'll sit down Anstead with those 2 fouls. Rigg to Trigger. Looking, he'll lob it in out front to Stevens, and Gratton will run into him and put him at the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
Gratton picked up his first with about 3 seconds off the clock. 1-and-1 situation. Stevens is 3 for 4. 0 for 2 is his teammate. He'll shoot a pair. Has 13 points in the night, 16-1, 7:08 left in the half on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Quiet crowd. First one up by Stevens is good.
Colton Bach's going to check back into the game for the Suns. He'll replace Rigg.
Ties the biggest lead of the ball game. 16 points. Second by the All-Stater senior is also good.
He is very good at the free throw line. 17-point lead. 7:08 to play in the half.
I saw a kid like this once. It wasn't as tall as him, couldn't jump as well as him, and he played at the University of Illinois 4 years.
Petty with it out top, hands it off to Tomave. Toward the right wing now, Daniel. Southeastern very, very good on the defensive side so far tonight.
Playing hard.
Left side, Musgrave. Musgrave on the dribble drive, gets to the rim, and 1.
Musgrave trying to do something about it. Very aggressively with that quick first step. 6:47 left in the half. 18-3, and the foul was whistled on who? Colton Buck, his first, team 6th. The chance for the old-fashioned three-point play by Musgrave is good.
Makes it 18-4. 6:45 to play in the half.
Stevens 15, Musgrave 4, and another young man has a couple of points.
Tippy in the backcourt. Works it across to Colton Bach. Now to Stevens. Stevens kicks to the wing. To Van Beck. Right back down low. Ball knocked loose. Colton Bach picks it up. Says, I'll give it to Stevens for 2.
Got a good safety valve, don't they?
Toss it up for Danny.
Wouldn't you?
No kidding. Here's Musgrave, and he'll be fouled by Tippy. And 1-and-1 now the other way.
Tippy picks up his first, 7th-team foul, 1-and-1. Musgrave, who's been to the free throw line all 5 times tonight, is made, or 4 times, has made 1 of those. (20-4), 6:18 left in the half. Up and good by Musgrave.
Jim Waters and crew, they offer quality concrete for your new build, driveways, sidewalks, decorative patios, anything with concrete. It's Waters Concrete. 309-252-1052.
Second one no good. Stevens picks up his 3rd board of the night.
And he'll bring it toward the front court against Musgrave. 20-5 Suns. Just a little over 6 minutes to play. Here's Stevens. Pull-up jump shot. Might have gotten hit. No call. Rebound down to Tomave. He'll get it to Petty into the front court. Still on the dribble. Daniel. Shovel pass off to Musgrave. Over to Petty. Petty looks for an opening. Back to Daniel. A little 3-guard weave out front. A lot of motion toward the basket. Out top, Musgrave. Left side, Daniel. Dribble drive to the free throw line. Kicks it out to Tomave for a 3. It's no good. And Stevens gets another board. Has the dribble toward the front court. He'll drive inside. Good body control. Scores again. He's got 19.
22-4. Biggest lead right now.
5:19 to play in the half on the Trucks LLC scoreboard.
Their guard play out front on the defense is good, Charlie.
Yeah, here's Musgrave. Gets by his man. Misses the layup. Rebound Gratton. Put back. Won't go. Rebound down to Musgrave. Over to Daniel for a 3. It's good. Nolan Daniel from downtown to make it 22-8. 5 minutes to play in the half. But Pittsfield has not had many stops on this end. Stevens drives coast to coast. He'll drive in. Foul on the floor. Nope, foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Stevens will shoot a pair. Petty will pick up the foul, his first. Team 8. 4:52 left in the half, 22-8.
He kind of methodically brings it up, and man, once he goes, he really goes.
He's got a good step.
Mm-hmm.
Straight A student, good physical, strong young man, misses the first free throw. Got to be tired once in a while.
Fry and Akers are back in. They replace Coltenbach and Van Beck.
When you have a broken wrist like he had, though, or a broken hand, you know, you miss that time. You don't want to come out because you know what it's like not to get to play. Misses the second. Daniel with the flat-footed rebound.
It's pretty odd for Stevens to miss 2 in a row. Daniel in the corner to Musgrave. He had the man. He needed to get it to Tommy right there. Out top now, Daniel. Right side, Petty. Petty behind the back with it. Throws a long pass over, and Musgrave somehow corrals it. He drives over to Petty. Out top, Musgrave. Musgrave on the dribble, trying to get to the rim, and is fouled. They'll go to the free throw line once again to shoot 1-1. A lot of fouls in this game.
Rigg will pick up the foul, I do believe. Well, these guys worked over at Minden. You said there were a lot there, too. Musgrave's been to the free throw line 6 times already. He's 3 for 6 from there. 22-8. Musgrave with the, what's he got, 6 on the night? 4. First one up and good. He's got 5 on the night now.
I don't know. You have the stat sheet. I was hoping you were keeping track.
Well, I kind of fell asleep, kind of like other things. 22-9 now. Second one up by Musgrave, also good. He's starting to heat up from the free throw line.
22-10.
Make it 10.
4:28 to play in this first half. This is where Stevens gets his breathers, just bringing the ball up the floor. Gets it to Tippy. Tippy. Off of the screen. Left side now, Fry. Fry out top, Tippy.
Well, the team that Liberty played last year in the championship game had more players.
Oh, yeah. Here's Stevens from the baseline. Good again.
Not a ball hog, folks, in case you're wondering.
24-10. He's got 21. Yeah, I don't think he's forced a shot yet.
No.
Here's Tom Abe in the corner. He'll fire up for a 3. It's good. 24-13. 3:50 left in the half.
Might as well speed it up. What do you got to lose?
Like a Southeastern's going to slow it down.
Yeah.
Stevens with the dribble. Out top to Akers. And now we'll see a foul away from the ball.
That'll go on Tippy. Offensive foul, his first, team 9. Turnover number 1 on Southeastern, only 3 on Pittsfield.
I actually had Tippy with 2 fouls, Jack.
I have him with 2.
All right.
I had him with 2.
So just a player control foul. And if you bet the over, that's the first one tonight. Here is Daniel in the corner to Tom Abe. Out top, Musgrave. 3:24 to play in the half. Petty bypasses Tom Abe, now pulls it back out to him. Brad Tom Abe imploring his team to move on the offensive side. Here's Musgrave, kicks to Petty. Petty, good look, 3, good. That's what Pittsfield's going to have to do to get back in this game. Penetrate and kick out and hit some shots, make it 24-16. 3:03 to play in the half.
Basically what Southeastern did in the JV game to stay close and shoot 3s. Because it wasn't close most of the game.
Big part of a game like this. By the way, Stevens can shoot 3s.
Oh, yeah.
He
can sweep the floor, drive the bus, do whatever he needs to.
Has the basketball against Musgrave. 2:45 to play in the half.
He's also been in the weight room, in case you're wondering.
Now Musgrave reaches out front. It's kind of unnecessarily, and will be called for the foul.
His first, team 9. Shoots 1 and 1, does Stevens.
Here's Jesse Johnson back in. Tippy sits down. I wonder if Tippy played for the football team because they co-opted with Bushnell for a...
actually, it was...
Bushnell Prairie City Southeastern, BPCSE.
First one up by Stevens is good. He's got 23.
A lot of weather there, yeah.
Second one up, also good.
Bushnell Prairie City was the Spartans. I don't know what their mascot was, but it's 26-16, the lead for the Suns here. Petty with it out top. Looks down on the baseline to Grattan. He'll throw it back out to Tom Abe in the corner. A little jab step against Rigg. Kind of wonder if Rigg might be under the weather. They're really taking him out a lot tonight. I didn't really see that. And here's a foul called now. against Nolan Daniel?
Jesse Johnson.
Oh, okay. I thought the way he signaled did not make it look like.
10th. And, I have an extra point for Southeastern.
Well, it's because Stevens has 23 and 3 for Akers.
I gave him an extra. Daniel shooting the free throw, the lefty up and good.
Jamie Brandon's dad. His dad a couple here, extra there.
Landon Cox's coach, not his dad.
Well, whoever the scorebook keeper.
No idea where the dad was at. Second one up, also good.
26-18 with 2:17 to play in the half.
Call it what you want.
The Danny Stevens show is what I'd call this right now.
That's what it is.
Akers with it out front. He'll get called for a 5-second call as he couldn't get free. Here comes Eli Mendenhall and Connor Allen back in for the first time in an eternity. They replaced Grattan, who gave the Sockeye some good minutes, and Petty, who sits down.
Hopefully they stretched their legs. They've been sitting since the first 2 minutes of the game.
Now they will sit Petty. I think they really wanted to get Musgrave out of there. Nothing against Musgrave. He's done a nice job penetrating at times, but Petty's a lot better perimeter player. 2:04 to play in the half. Sockies trail 26-18.
But Musgrave's been the one guy that's been aggressive.
Daniel gets it in the corner to Tom Hay for a three. It's well short. Rebound tipped up by Stevens, secured by Akers. Stevens is on the run into the front court now. 1:49 to play in the half. Double team comes his way. He'll throw a pass that is stolen away by Tom Hay. Tom Hay on the run out into the front court for the Sockies. Fakes the pass a couple of times. Now trying to get a man free. That's Daniel. Daniel says, let's pick up the pace. Dribble drive and is fouled by Johnson.
Johnson's picked up two very quickly. Double bonus. Nolan Daniel, who just made a pair. 6 of 9 are the Sockies. Petty will check in. 26-18, 134 and a half. And 2 free throws will bring them a little closer.
Grattan and Petty return. Mendenhall and Allen sit down for the Sockies, who could be as close as 6 with this free throw by Daniel. They trail by what, 17, 18?
16-0. Trade them by 19, I think, at one time. 18 at one time. Daniel's second is also good.
6-point game, 26-20.
Got to watch out.
1:32 to play in the half. Better not pout. I'm telling you why, Jack.
Tell you what, we missed part of that.
You ever hear voices in your head?
Sometimes.
Here's Rick, gets it to Stevens, a little stutter step. Look out on the baseline, in for no, misses it. Rebound, they'll say Stevens is over the back.
Stevens will pick up the foul. It'll be his second. Double bonus. We'll go to the other end, and Grattan did a nice job getting position. Tell you what, Grattan's one of those kids that he's strong enough. He just needs to really get aggressive.
Confidence, a lot of it. Yeah.
Yep. 26-20. If he makes these two, it's a 4-point game, kids.
I will tell you.
And you'd have never known it watching it.
Stevens should have hammered that one home.
First one up by Grattan, not close.
Sockies bring no subs back in. They're going to stay with these guys.
No, they'll bring Grattan in if he makes it, or take Grattan out if he makes the free throw, I think, right?
Nope, I don't think they're going to put those guys back on defensively.
No good.
And the rebound down to Akers. 1:09 to play in the half. 26-20, Suns on top of the Sockies on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Stevens brings it up against Musgrave, pulls up for a three. No good. Rebound down to Tom Hafe, his fourth. 54 seconds to play in the half. Tom Hafe gets it to Petty. Petty out top, Daniel. Daniel for a three. It's off the iron, no good. Rebounds down to Danny Stevens again. Stevens on the run into the front court. Dribble drive in, spins, shoots, no good. And they'll call a foul. Daniel tried to take the charge. They'll say Tom Hafe, I think, bumped him from the side. They call it on Petty instead. He said 24.
I thought he
42.
said 23. Okay.
All right, well, they put it on the board on Grattan.
Call it his second. Stevens another time at the free throw line. First one up and good.
Here's Mendenhall and Allen in. Grattan and Musgrave sit down. 38.7 seconds to play in the half. Stevens trying to extend it back up to 8 for Southeastern.
He'll cut it to 3 just moments ago. Second one up. In and out, back in.
28-20. He's got 25. 35 seconds to play in the half. Petty with the basketball. Hands it off to Allen. That one out top, Daniel, with 25 seconds left in the half. Daniel holds the ball. Works off the screen for Mendenhall. Pittsfield spreading the floor, down 8 with 18 seconds to play in the half. Daniel gets it to Tom Have. Here's going to be a technical here, or a warning. And some guys.
I didn't know they gave you warnings.
Doug Elledge didn't used to give warnings. 9.9 seconds to play in the second period. Doug says they never gave me a warning when I was coaching.
You need a seatbelt.
Daniel with it to Petty. Petty in the corner. Mendenhall for a three. Hits off the iron, no good. Stevens the rebound. Three-quarter court shot is past the buzzer. It almost went in, by the way. They were going to count it. And we head to halftime in the Little Jess Motors halftime show. It's 28-20. Southeastern leads Pittsfield. Halftime stats and analysis your way after this.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
Hey guys, it's James and Todd coming at you from Jersey's here. Hey, and it is a beautiful day outside.
Catch all the action at Jersey's in Camp Point. Fresh, made-to-order sandwiches, wraps, horseshoes. Check out our brisket bacon burger, our Nashville hot chicken. Fried chicken every Thursday night. Enjoy an afternoon on the patio or catch a game on one of our 7 TVs. Queen of Hearts drawing every Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
Todd, you got some beers for us?
Hey, you know what? It's time for that segment.
We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer, unmatched craft selection, and signature drinks. Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, your hometown sports bar.
From our trucks to their lunch trays, to your local hospital, to your favorite pub, and to your kitchen table. For more than 60 years, Dot Foods and Dot Transportation have been stocking the shelves of your hometown. Sure, we've grown a lot, but at our core, we're still small-town, family-run businesses that care about our communities and the people who keep us running. Join the Dot family today and be part of something bigger.
This is Alexis, nurse practitioner.
This is Dr. John Olson. He is the best neurosurgeon.
Well, I paid her to say that.
However.
Many of the patients that Alexis sees, we talk about that day, and we're able to collaborate real time on the patients.
Having another provider that's not a surgeon work with the surgeon, I think you get the best of both worlds. If you have any neck or back pain, come see us in the Spine Center.
Back with you on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. It is a 28-20 advantage for the Southeastern Suns on top of the Pittsfield Sockies. And Jack has a look at your halftime stats.
It was 16-1 after one quarter, 28-20 at halftime. So a 19-12 second quarter for the Sockies. A little bit better. You wouldn't have known it from a lot of things, but here's why. 4 of 15 from the field, 27%, 3 of 10 from the arc, 8 of 13 from the free throw line. They have turned the ball over 3 times. They have 4 people with 2 fouls apiece in Connor Allen, Caden Anstedt, Ethan Gratton, and Eli Mendenhall. A single foul on Musgrave and 1 on Petty. On the other side, Southeastern has turned it over 3 times. They're 8 of 17, 47.4%. 3 of 6 from the arc, 50%. 9 of 12 from the free throw line, 75%. And it is a 28-20 Southeastern lead at halftime. We'll take a break because the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Little Jess across from Quincy High School, your transportation experts. Stop by and see them. We'll tell you more when we come back after these.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Damon Plumbing offers septic installation, drain cleaning, new water lines, remodel work for your home, or if you're planning a new build, make sure you include the Damon boys. To get it right the first time, no job too big. Have you seen Braden and Doug? Or too small? Sorry, Corby, couldn't resist. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family. When you think of fall, what comes to mind besides pumpkins, honey, and football? How about fertilizer? Studies show more than 1/3 of your crop's yield is determined by fertilizer alone. Studies also show as much as 40% potassium and 30% phosphate gets tied up in stalks and residue, as well as high clay content. Nutrient Ag Solutions recommends Titan, which is an innovative fertilizer catalyst designed for use with dry fertilizer blends. Titan will keep nutrients from being tied up and increase fertilizer availability in your crop. Titan is a low-cost option to improve crop fertility. Contact your nutrient crop consultant today. Trucks LLC will be located this fall in the new building at 14 East Industrial Park Drive in Pittsfield. Call 217-922-0044. Diesel repair service offering 24-hour roadside repair, mobile service units, semi-truck and trailers, farm and ag equipment, DOT inspections, hydraulic hose repair, anything diesel, we can come to you along the road in the field or at your shop. It's Trucks. Call 217-922-0044. That's 217-922-0044. Farmers, are you looking for high-yield genetics to help the bottom line on your farm? Contact Lipcomb Seed Sales for high-yielding A-Series soybeans from Pioneer. We have the luxury right now to be offering the highest-yielding soybean lineup Pioneer has offered in 30 years. Couple that with a service that is second to none, and you have a winning combination for your farm. For corn, check out the results of the National Corn Growers Yield Contact and see who's at the top. Maybe today is a good day to revisit Pioneer corn hybrids as well. Contact Aaron, Evan, and Brett today for high-yielding A-Series soybeans from Pioneer. Go Eagles!
Oh, a clerical mistake. 8 of 14 were the Sockey's in shooting free throws in the first half, so that gives them a little less of a shooting percentage of about 41%. Individually on the evening so far, Adam Musgrave has 7 points, and 7 for Nolan Daniel, a 3 from Javen Petty, and a 3 from Brennan Tomhane. On the other side, Danny Stevens with 25. Aiden Akers has 3. That takes care of the individual scoring in the first half. 28-20. Southeastern with the lead. It'll be their basketball when we get ready for the second half play-by-play on the Little Jess Motors halftime show and the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Back with more on Central Illinois Sports.
Time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Brad Wellman. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you. Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times, and Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls in Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
PCRE Real Estate and Auction is your #1 resource for buying or selling real estate in West Central Illinois. With 2 office locations, one in Pike County and the other in Calhoun County, PCRE Real Estate and Auction is the place to go when you're looking to buy or sell farmland, recreational and hunting land, residential or commercial property. See our current listings at PCRERealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for PCRE Real Estate and Auction.
Here at Mountain Dew, it's easy to tell who really loves the outdoors. For one thing, there's the rack on your car and the hitch on the back of your truck. There's your garage full of toys, from dirt bikes to wakeboards. And there's your cooler full of Mountain Dew. Always at the ready. Because when it's time to get out there, climb into your deer stand or your fishing boat, a cooler of ice-cold Mountain Dew, that's as important a piece of outdoor gear as your spinning rod or your four-wheeler. Mountain Dew. Get out and do.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Well, thanks to Little Jess Motors for being our halftime sponsor, as they are on all of the action here on Central Illinois Sports. We get ready to start the second half of play. Southeastern will have the basketball. Pittsfield on the defensive side with Mendenhall, Allen, Tomhave, Daniel, and Musgrave. Southeastern will have Stevens, Akers, Fry, Tippy, and Rigg to start the second half. Suns have led by as many as 19 in the contest. Pittsfield's been as close as 6. And Stevens has 25. I think only one shot that he's really forced.
And one dunk he didn't take.
Yep. Really, what did he shoot from the free throw line, did you say?
Let's see, missed 2, missed 4, and made 6 out of 10.
See, he's much better than that usually. Here's a collision now as Mendenhall and Stevens collide. Fry with Allen guarding him. Looks for an opening. Gets it over to Rigg out front. 7:37 to play in the third. 28-20, Suns on top. Akers with the ball. Lobs it up for Stevens. Stevens going to go to work now. Little hesitation move. Dribbles to the lane and is fouled by Allen.
Connor Allen will pick up the foul. I thought maybe the reach-in would be called instead, but his third. Caden Anstead in. Allen will sit down. Allen really played pretty good defense on that. I thought it was a reach-in by one of the guards.
Akers to inbound. A little back cut by Stevens. He'll go up in a triple team and score.
He doesn't miss that short bunny often.
30-20 Suns on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. 7:19 to play in the third.
Had a chance to cut it to 3.
Musgrave with the basketball. Carried it, didn't get called for it. Now to Daniel. Daniel fakes, gets it down to the baseline to Anstead. Going to back inside. Shot blocked by Stevens, and he gets the board. Now he's on the run into the front court. He and Rigg. Rigg on the dribble drive in. Floater up, right hand, no good. Rebound down to Mendenhall for Pittsfield. Outlet pass to Daniel. Wants to push the issue toward the front court. Still on the bounce, right side Musgrave. Musgrave puts it on the dribble now. 6:50 to play in the third. Over to Daniel. Musgrave. Right side Tomhave gets a touch. Looking, they had the man down low. Out top instead, it goes to Mendenhall. Now to Anstead. Pass right side Daniel. To Tomhave, top of the key. For a 3, in and out, no good. Rebound off of Akers and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Sockies underneath.
Tomhave missed that shot, but it was all about the poor pass that he received where he had to reach down and behind him to get it. That'll kill your three-point shot every time, will it not?
Tomhave will be the man to throw it in. Yep, you got to get him a pass in rhythm. Pass will come out front to Anstead. To Daniel. Pittsfield down by 10 with 6:29 to play in the third. Mendenhall with it. Has already used the dribble. Out near the volleyball spike line to Tomhave. Daniel. Baseline Anstead. Musgrave catches, shoots, and scores. Musgrave has 9. Makes it an 8-point game again. Just a little over 6 minutes to play in this third period. Stevens into the front court. They'll run a couple of guys at him. Work it over to Akers. Akers puts it on the deck. Now to Rigg. Rigg with the basketball. Right side Fry. Goes down low, and they'll call a holding foul against Nolan Daniel.
Daniel will be called for the foul. That'll be his first, team's second. Ball out of bounds, Southeastern. Brett Efkes couldn't gain weight if he had to. He never sits down, and he's never quiet.
Inbounds pass comes to Stevens. Puts up a shot just inside the arc. It's no good. Rebound down to Anstead for Pittsfield. 5:50 to play in the third. Daniel on the dribble into the front court. Kicks it out on the left side, and a foul first.
That's on Tippy. It'll be his third.
It'll be on Tippy, too.
No Canoe, his third, first team foul, second half, 5:47 left in the quarter, 30-22.
Tom Abe to throw it in underneath the hoop. Does so out front to Musgrave. Daniel on the right wing. Top of the key, Musgrave puts it on the deck. Over to Tom Abe, fires away from downtown, rims in and out, no good. Got the shot they wanted, just could not connect. And Stevens another rebound, his 8th. He'll walk it toward the front court. 5:30 to play in the third. Rigg, sporting the blue headband tonight, gets it to the free throw line to Stevens. Turns and faces against Mendenhall.
That's 2 hands on him. Isn't that a foul?
Well, they didn't call it much against West Central. They guarded him the same way. That's what I'm telling you. This kid.
You put 2 hands on somebody, it's supposed to be automatic in the IHSA.
I was telling you that's how they guarded him.
There's 2 more.
Here's Stevens from the free throw line. Good.
He's got 29.
29 of his team's 32, and they lead by 10 again with under 5 minutes to play in the third on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Trucks for all of your diesel repair needs, 217-922-0044. Daniel shovels it off to Musgrave. Musgrave guarded hard there by Rigg. It's free to Tom Abe in the corner. Eli Mendenhall back to Tom Abe. He'll dribble out top. Daniel on the left wing.
A lot of dribble
to Tom Abe. Tom Abe for a 3, no good. And Tippy with the rebound. On the run out into the front court, it's Stevens. Lays it over the front of the rim and in for 2. 34-22 and a timeout by Brad Tom Abe. We'll pause as well. 4:22 to play in the third. 34-22. Suns on top back after this.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Seed selection is one of the important decisions required to achieve yield goals. Logan Agri-Service represents top seed lines in the industry like Lewis Hybrids, Stein Seed, and AgriGold, and focuses on products developed to meet or exceed our customers' expectations. Sit down with one of our experienced local seed experts who will work with you to help select top-producing corn hybrids and soybean varieties tailored for your specific soils and fertility levels. Or visit us online at loganag.com. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962.
4:16 to play in the third. The clock is rolling now. 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Came off the clock. No, they're going to play catch up on it.
John Hayden said, shut that clock off.
Musgrave with it out top to Daniel. Pittsfield down by 12 after they cut it to 4 at one point. Inside Tom Abe gets it down low to Mendenhall, trying to go up, blocked out of there by Stevens. Rebound down to Daniel. Daniel on the dribble. Saki's got a second chance opportunity. A rare time that's happened in this contest. Left side, Musgrave. Musgrave on the dribble, kicks to Daniel. Daniel had trouble with the catch, has to put it on the deck himself. Drives in, little runner up and in for 2.
He said, you guys are too tall. I'm taking it the hole. He's got 9.
34-22.
24.
34-22 plus 2 if you'd let me finish. Here's Stevens on top with it to Akers.
You got a scoreboard in front of you. I don't
Akers
understand
back to Stevens. Over goes to Fry. They'll get it to Akers, wide open for a 3. He misses it. And the rebound comes down to Akers on the offensive side. To Stevens in the corner. He's wide open from 17, and he'll make it from there.
33.
33 of his team's 36 with 3:03 to play in the third.
Not unusual.
Musgrave, Tom Abe. Over to Daniel. Works the top of the key on the bounce. Now Mendenhall. Back to Daniel. Daniel trying to shake free to Tom Abe right side. Dribble drive and is fouled by Jesse Johnson.
Johnson's going to pick up his third. Second team foul in the second half. 2:47 left third quarter. 36-24. No 36. Musgrave will sit down for a little bit. Petty into the game.
Pittsfield's going to have to get really hot from 3 if they're going to
have to quit dribbling and
back
pass
in
the
this
ball
game.
a lot quicker.
Tom Abe, left side Daniel. Looks in the post. There's Mendenhall. Couldn't catch it. Now is underneath. Throws it back out to Tom Abe, the Daniel left side. They got it where they wanted it. Just didn't catch it. Daniel trying to back his man down to Tom Abe on the wing. 2:30 to play in the third. Sockies trail by 12. Mendenhall, and he's fouled by Johnson, I believe.
Going to call it on Jesse Johnson. He'll pick up his fourth.
So here comes Colton Bach back into the game along with Tippy and Rigg. They'll sit down Fry. Also sitting down Johnson, and the third man is Jared Van Beck.
I think if you take Stevens out, you ought to be able to put two guys in for it.
Here's a pass down low, Mendenhall. His shot is blocked, but they'll say no, a foul instead on Colton Bach, I believe. And 2 shots for Eli Mendenhall.
His second, team fourth, 2 free throws for Mendenhall. Looking for his first points of the night. 2:19 left third quarter, 36-24. We've been on that for just a little while. First one up by Mendenhall is good.
Pike County Express is your local family-owned newspaper. They have been serving Pike County since 1991. Check them out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you.
Got to get it to 10 before you can get it below 10. Musgrave will check in on the next dead ball, and that'll come right now as Mendenhall makes them both.
Makes it a 10-point game. Mendenhall heads to the bench. 36-26 the score.
10 of those 26 points have come from the free throw line. 10 of 16 for the Sockies now.
Stevens brings it toward the front court, behind the back with it. Free throw line jump shot. It's an air ball. And out of bounds, length of the court to go for the Sockies.
That doesn't happen often.
2:10 to play in the third. Sockies trying to cut it to single digits. Right side, Daniel. Puts it on the deck. Gives it up top to Musgrave. Musgrave to Daniel, right wing. Off of the little screen, it's the jump stop inside, puts it up and in.
Making it happen, he's got 11.
36-28, 1:49 to play in the third.
Kind of reminds you of Scranton last year, willing his team back a few times.
Akers with it way out front against Tom Have. Has picked it up, works it to Tippy out near the center circle. Now it goes to Stevens. Down low, Colton Bach. He'll put up a shot and misses it as it's off the rim. Rebound loose underneath. A fight for it. And a jump ball. It'll be Pittsfield ball on the alternating possession arrow.
I was going to say, if the Instead would have just grabbed it, it wouldn't have been that much commotion. But instead, he let it come to the ground. And nice job by Colton Bach going to the ground and trying to give his team a chance. Here comes Fry into the game. He'll set Colton Bach down. And you got to say, that young man played hard.
1:28 left in the third. 36-28, the advantage for the Suns. They'll wipe a little perspiration off the court at that end.
Make a three. It's a 5-point game with 1:28 left in the third.
Daniel brings it up for the Sockies. He's getting double figures, right? 11 points.
Yeah, he's got 11.
Right side, Petty for a three. It's short. And the rebound to Tippy. Tippy gets it to Stevens, and he'll walk it up against Musgrave. 1:11 to play in the third.
How many fadeaway threes do you usually ever see?
Well, not in this league anyway. Here's a three the other side by Rigg, no good. Rebound, they'll call Akers over the back.
He'll pick up the foul. That'll be his third. Team foul number 5. 2 on the Sockies in the second half. 1:01 left in the third quarter. 36-28. All about shot selection on both sides. You got to know who your scorers are when you need the points and get it to those people.
Pittsfield's had their chances to be back in this game a couple of times.
Sure
Here's
have.
another one right here. Tommy with it right wing, 55 ticks to play in the third. Gets it to Petty. Petty works the dribble toward the right side. Backdoor pass to Musgrave, picked it up off of his ankles, throws up a shot, no good. A rebound down to Anstead, shot blocked. And the rebound down to Musgrave, or to Fry, excuse me. Into the front court, Stevens on the run out, goes coast to coast and one.
Give him 35. He'll get the extra one. 30. That'll make it 38-28, correct?
Yes, 10-point game.
Foul on Anstead.
Foul on Petty, actually.
Okay. And that'll be his second. Team foul number 3. Stevens should be 38-28, right?
It is.
Yep. Make it 39. They didn't put any of it on the board yet.
39-28 with
They put it on the wrong
36
side.
seconds to play in the half.
Got it all messed up.
Go get it. They'll hand the ball off to Petty. On the dribble, Stevens out guarding him. Petty trying to get free. Right
Curly
side
O'Neal
to Tom Ave.
Globetrotters dribbling the ball.
Tom Ave to Daniel. Left side fakes a three. Out top to Tame with 15-6 to play in the third. Guarded by Tippy is Daniel. On the right side with it is Petty. Looking down low, and they'll call a hold on Rigg.
Rigg will pick up his third, team foul number 6. 1-1 the rest of the half. 7.6 seconds left in the quarter. 39-28 is the score.
Petty to inbound. Looking, gets it into Musgrave on the right side. Musgrave a little floater up off the window too hard. Stevens the rebound, and he's fouled by either Mendenhall or Petty, about as far away from the basket as you could get, and it'll be Petty.
Petty will pick up his third foul, team foul number 4. Honestly, not a terrible foul with 2.2 seconds left because they got to go the length of the floor. They're going to try to throw it the length to him? I would. So.
Tippy, nope, that's Rigg, going to throw it in. He'll lob it up. It's picked off by Tame. Tame with a dribble, puts up a 3. It's blocked by Stevens at the buzzer. And we head to the fourth quarter with Southeastern leading Pittsfield 39-28. Fourth quarter play-by-play your way next on Central Illinois Sports.
United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card. Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois.
39-28, Southeastern with the lead. Pittsfield 7 of 28, 25%, 3 of 15 from the arc, 20%, 10 of 16 from the free throw line, 62%. Southeastern 13 of 28, 46%, 3 of 8 from the arc, 37%, and 10 of 13, 76% from the free throw line. Stevens, if you're wondering, has 35.
36 even.
Okay, that's what I said.
I thought so. Fry has the right side, gets it back to Stevens. They're joined out there by Akers, Rigg, and Tippy.
I just need to deduct that 1-3, right?
That's right. All but 3 of them. He's got the ball top of the key with Allen on him. Playing with 3 fouls is Connor Allen. And Southeastern spreading the floor here, up by 11 with 7:30 to play.
Don't you have to come out and get on him?
I think you'd want to put a little pressure here. Stevens still on the dribble. It breaks the 5 count now. Puts it on the deck again against Allen. Dribble drive in, reach around pass to Tippy. He had trouble with it, and it's stolen away. Turnover the 4th. And here's Daniel coast to coast. His shot up no good. And was he fouled before, or will he shoot 2?
On the floor, but it'll be the 1-1, I do believe.
Akers.
Akers will pick up his 4th, team foul number 7. Bonus situation.
Here's Johnson back in. He'll replace whom? Akers?
I think so.
I don't know. Nobody's come out yet. Akers.
Well, I told you, when Stevens comes out, they ought to get to play with, put 2 guys in for it.
He came
Daniel
out for
to
what?
the free throw line with 11. He went out for about
4 seconds?
8 seconds.
Was it 8, you think?
Yeah. I saw a pin the other night in wrestling about that quick. Daniel misses a free throw.
You take advantage of those opportunities when they come your way. 7:05 to play in the 4th. Just his first miss from the free throw line.
4 for 5.
Here's Stevens. Dribble drive, bounced from behind by Allen, and a foul called in.
His 4th, team 5th, ball out of bounds, Southeastern.
Here's Petty back in for the Sakis. He will replace Allen. 6:58 left. 39-28, the advantage for the Suns. On the Trucks LLC scoreboard.
Help defense didn't help Allen out at all that time.
Lob pass into Stevens. Gets a little screen. Kicks to the wing. Tippy for a 3. It's off the back iron, no good. And Fry's over the back on the rebound.
Fry's going to pick up his 3rd, team foul number 8. A lot of free throws for the Sakis, just 10 of 17. They need to get hot from there because catching up with the clock not running makes a difference. They got a lot of people with a lot of fouls. not Danny Stevens. To the free throw line goes Musgrave. He has 2, 4, 6. He's made 2 out of 8. That's what I've got him for. First one is up and good.
Real Net and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield, across from the airport, your local headquarters for lots of concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, benches, and much, much more. Great holiday gifts await you at Real Net and Twine, 285-5013.
Musgrave in double figures, misses the second.
10-point game with 6:47 to play. Stevens into the front court. Has Daniel on him. Daniel will come out and guard here. Daniel's about 5'9". Stevens is 6'7".
When did Daniel grow?
Out between the circles now. Stevens gets it back. In the corner to Johnson. Johnson back to Stevens. Southeastern playing the stall game, up 10 with 6:20 left. Stevens against Musgrave. Lost the dribble for a moment. Saki's tried to pick it up. Stevens down low, Rigg, who puts it up and in.
Second guy to make a basket other than Stevens on the night.
And we'll get a timeout called here by Brett Ufkiss. 6:11 to play in the contest. It's a 41-29 lead for Southeastern. Back with you after this.
Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs. Few things compare to Camp Point Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers. The same can be said about Channel and the farmers they serve. You see, unlike other seed companies, they don't have salesmen. With Channel, you get the advantage of a dedicated Channel seedsman, a trusted year-round advisor who can provide the right recommendations for your fields. It's their hands-on approach that truly sets them apart. Customized service, expert advice, elite seed management products. Find your Channel seedsman at channel.com or contact local district sales manager Matt Hughes at 217-242-8852.
6:11 to play. It is a 41-29 lead for the Suns as they took their first time out of the contest. Daniel with the basketball. Gets it to Eli Mendenhall in the corner. Musgrave. Musgrave, little hesitation move a couple of times. Kicks it out to Petty. Petty drives inside. Off to Mendenhall. Off the window. Missed it. And the rebound down to Tippy. Tippy's fourth board. Gets the ball to Stevens, who will walk it up for the Suns. 5:45 left, 41-29, Southeastern on top. Rigg with the basketball, guarded by Petty. Rigg gets it to Stevens.
Like the Dr. J haircut's coming back in.
Well, there is a theory you could try to employ here that you just foul anybody other than Stevens when they get the ball.
Yep.
And hope they don't make free throws.
Why not?
5:18 left. Well, he's the guy not to foul, of course, but has anybody else made a free throw?
Nobody else is, well, no, 0 for 2 is Fry.
Now Musgrave tries to buy one. In the corner, it's to Fry. Puts it up down low to Stevens. Backs his way in, has it stripped and stolen away. Tomave on the run into the front court for the Sakis. To Daniel, right wing for a three. Good. Nolan Daniel from downtown, and a whistle here as Brad Tomave calls the timeout. 4:52 left, 41-32 is the advantage for the Suns over the Sakis. Back after this.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
4 minutes, 52 seconds remaining. 41-32, Suns on top of Pittsfield. Pittsfield called the timeout. They have 2 left. Suns have 4 on their side, should they need them. And it's length of the court to go for Southeastern.
Just know the video guy's not here tonight.
Inbounds pass comes to Stevens, now to Rigg. Rigg will bring it across the half-court line to Stevens. Stevens dribble drive. Uh-oh, he's got a lane. Shot put up is good. And one.
38 for him now. He get the and one. Make it a 43-32 game. Like I said, you got chances to foul away from Stevens when somebody else gets the ball. Might be worth the shot. 43-32, 4:44 left. Free throw up and no good.
And those other guys may beat you by making free throws, but I think
you got to make them beat you.
Think about trying it, right? 4:39 to play. 43-32. Suns on top by 11. Daniel with the ball left side to Musgrave. Works the dribble drive in, gets to the rim and scores another two. Musgrave a quick first step.
12 for him.
Makes it a 9-point game with 4:25 remaining. Stevens will walk it up.
First time he passes the ball, foul the other man.
Stevens behind the back of the dribble against Daniel. He's going to drive inside. Now ball knocked loose and stolen away. Tomave on the run into the front court for the Sakis. 4:10 to play. Tomave in the corner to Daniel. Daniel fakes, puts it on the deck. Has picked it up, back out to Tomave, around the horn Petty. Petty toward the top of the key, right back same side to Tomave in the corner for a three. Good. Tomave from downtown. It's a 6-point game. 43-37, 3:50 left. Stevens into the front court, drives across against Petty, and it's going to be fouled. Petty will pick up his fourth.
His fourth, team sixth. Those are the times when if you happen to hit him with a knee, you got to be careful that the young man doesn't get hurt. I do. Now they're going to say it's a 1-and-1. I had him one short of that. But they'll put him to the free throw line with a 1-and-1. Nobody from Southeastern goes down in the box when he's shooting free throws.
He doesn't miss them.
10 of 14. Well, he's missed a few. In fact, he's missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tonight.
Well, it can't be 10 of 14 then. He's missed 5.
10 of 15. Oh, no, 10 of 17. My mistake. First one is up, and he missed that one.
Rebound down to Petty. Again, Pittsfield with an opportunity here. Can they capitalize? Daniel with the basketball. Out top, fakes a three. Works to the left side, Musgrave. Dribble drive in, stripped away. Get it to back, puts up a shot, no good. Gets his own rebound, trying to go up in amongst the trees. Missed it, gets it back again, puts it up and in. Puts it up and in. That'll make it a 4-point game. 43-39 on the truck scoreboard, and Brett Upkiss wants the timeout. 3:22 left, 43-39. Suns lead the Sakis. Back with you on the other side of this timeout.
When you're ready to make your dream kitchen and bathroom a reality, find inspiration at Pike County Lumber in Pittsfield. It starts with a 3D design so you can see every angle and every custom detail. Traditional style or the newest trends. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle. Your custom kitchen and bathroom will have the features that you need. A large versatile island for work or entertaining. Quartz countertops. Quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
When I'm driving in my car with my family, I've got 2 kids and a wife, and 4 of us are driving a car, we literally get excited when we see a Dot truck. It's actually a sense of pride.
Why I would encourage anyone to work at Dot. We take care of each other.
The company continues to grow and expand.
That to me is what brings me to work every day and that I enjoy.
Diversity, culture, family, all of those things. If you want them, you should be at Dot.
3:22 left, 43-39, the Suns advantage. It'll be Southeastern ball, length of the court to go following the timeout by Brett Upkiss.
3 turnovers by Southeastern in the quarter.
And bounce pass to Stevens in the backcourt with Musgrave playing him in the man-to-man. Stevens very methodically brings it across the half-court line. His squad up by 4. Works the dribble. Still on the bounce, now to Rigg. Rigg guarded hard by Daniel out there. Looks for an opening. Now it's back to Stevens. He'll take a drive, kick to the right wing, and Tippy. Tippy to Stevens. Stevens is fouled from behind by Petty, who will foul out.
Petty will foul out and pick up the 8th team foul to put Stevens to the free throw line. 10 of 17, 10 of 18. Okay.
Call him just his 4th team foul, looks like, Jack. So he'll sit down as back into the game comes Connor Allen. 1-1 still for Stevens with 2:54 to play. His squad up by 4.
Missed the last couple opportunities, I do believe. He's got 38. First one up and good. That's what he does when he needs to.
5-point game again with 2:54 to play on the Trucks LLC scoreboard.
About to get to 40, and he does.
So 40 of his team's 45, and it's a 6-point game, 2:50 left. Daniel with the basketball to Eli Mendenhall. Looks out top. Now bounce pass left side, Tomei. It goes in the corner to Allen. Allen hasn't been on the floor much tonight due to foul trouble, and he's fouled by Akers, so that would be his 5th.
I do believe in the 19th foul, that'll put Connor Allen to the free throw line. Stockies are 11 of 19 from there.
Jesse Johnson checks in. He's got 4 fouls of his own.
2:38 left. You know, that where you could get it into overtime is where you cause some problems with that many fouls, but you've got some work to do yet. Connor Allen's first is up and no good. Too hard.
Stevens with the rebound. He'll work it toward the front court.
You'd made your free throws. Double-double for Stevens now.
Gets it to Fry. Back to Stevens. Stevens floater in the lane short, but he's going to, let's say, be fouled by Eli Mendenhall.
Mendenhall needed to keep his feet and take the charge, but instead he decided to try to jump with him, and he has no chance with that one. 2-shot foul, 2:28 left, 45-39. You know, you can take a charge. First and up by Stevens is good. He makes them when he needs to. 41 on the night now.
3 fouls on Mendenhall on the evening.
Second one up, also good.
He had 2 fouls in the first, 2 minutes of the game?
Yep.
2:28 left, back to an 8-point Suns lead. Daniel with the basketball for the Sockey's. Falls down, kicks to the wing, and Tomei with a dribble and a 3. It's good. He's starting to heat up a bit. Makes it a 5-point game, 47-42. I'm fouling right now. Before Stevens ever has a chance to get it back, he'll drive in against Mendenhall, and Mendenhall will foul him. And it'll be a 2-shot foul either way.
Yep. 10-team foul, 2 free throws for Stevens, and quite honestly, a nice move, but he traveled right before he got fouled that time. It's all right. 14 of 21 is Southeastern on the night, 47-42. 2:11 left on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Danny Stevens with 43 on the night, is that correct?
42.
I had him for 43, first one up and good. I think I was right before.
Well, he's got 43, 2 for Tippy and 3 for Akers. Adds up to 48, which is what they have, and they lead 48-42 with 2:11 left on the Trucks scoreboard.
Another opportunity, up and good.
Money man and money time, 7-point lead, 2:09 left.
You bet.
Daniel into the front court. Off to Petty. To Daniel, top of the key. Dribble drive in, gets caught underneath, needs some help, gets it to Musgrave. Musgrave on the wing, Tomei. Hand in his face here. Out top, Javen Petty. Petty will try the drive, pushes off a little bit there, no call. 150 left, Saucky's got to go. Daniel with it out front.
Tomei wide open in the corner and they missed him.
Over to Musgrave in the corner, Tomei. Back to Musgrave. 140 left, taking a lot of time off the clock here. Southeastern really good pressure. Out top, Musgrave for a 3. It's way too long. And Stevens aboard. Allen's over the back.
Stevens with his 11th board of the night. Allen picks up the foul. That should be his 5th, I do believe.
And it is. So Mendenhall will check back in. Allen will foul out, and Stevens will go to the free throw line to shoot another 2.
44 on the night for him. (49-42), 1:35 left. Sauckies have 2 timeouts. Southeastern says 3. I only remember him calling 1.
He's called 2.
Okay. Danny Stevens, the senior, all-stater. First one is up and good.
8-point game.
50-42. After trailing 16-0. Second one up is also good.
51-42, 1:35 left. Daniel into the front court for the Sauckies. Jump stop and a foul going to be called. Doug Elledge tells us that.
Something going on the floor over there, so he stopped it before anything happened.
1:31 left. 9-point game. There was something slick on the floor, I say, and
fortunate they didn't make a 3 because he would have threw it off. And he goes, we were in the flow of our offense. You don't stop it for an injury. I'm surprised you stop it for a slick spot in that situation.
Now they're looking for a towel to wipe up some.
Or Brad Hamilton's shoes.
There's a technical called on Upkus.
He was going to throw a towel out there kind of sarcastically, and that cost him a technical foul. So a 9-point game with the clock stopped. And so Daniel will shoot 2 free throws.
After they wipe up the perspiration in the corner, of course. Moose Lodge 420, they got their coat rack out there. If you have a coat to donate, leave it on the rack. If you need a coat, take one. No questions asked at Moose Lodge 420 on West Washington Street in Pittsfield. Pittsfield's going to get 2 free throws and the basketball here. With 1:31 left, Brett Upkus would like a timeout, it appears. And he will be, I think they have to shoot free throws first. I don't think you can call it timeout. I think you have to.
First of all, don't hold on to the guy getting ready to shoot the ball while, he's not going to do anything, Doug. Let him alone.
So he's got to shoot the free throws first. Can't give him a timeout.
He'll get the timeout after the free throws are shot. Who cares? Call the timeout.
Now they'll give him a full timeout. 1:31 left. They're still trying to decide. They're going to get together, say free throws first.
Yellow jacket, green jacket, who cares?
I mean, basically you've iced the guy at this point.
Yeah, I mean, what else could you do to him? Daniel on the night with 14 points.
He says just give him the damn timeout, says Dwayne Kerfman. 1:31 left, 51-42, the advantage for Southeastern. Hey, we've got a timeout on the court. Back after this.
Did you know that Prairieland FS doesn't just sell seed? They treat it and box it right here at one of their local facilities, then deliver it to your farm or fields. Growers trust Prairieland FS to deliver top-performing crop protection products that promise the best performance before, during, and after the growing season. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
1:31 left, 51-42. A timeout has been called.
Holy cow.
Daniel will shoot free throws. Were you kind of surprised it's Daniel and not Tom Have shooting these in the technical? Anybody can shoot them.
But Daniel is 4 for 5 from there. Tom Have has not been to the free throw line. Maybe they feel like he's got the hot hand. They go to practice every night, so they probably know. We'll explain the technical basically came because they needed a towel. Pittsfield was going to get him one. Coach Upkus took a towel and feinted throwing it across the floor and kind of sarcastically, and John Shepard had had enough. So Nolan Daniel will shoot 2 free throws with 1:31 left. First one is up and good. He's got 15. 51-43. Then they'll get the ball after this. Second one up is short.
8-point game, 1:31 left. It'll be Pittsfield ball out on the sideline here. Petty will be the man to inbound it. 51-43 Suns. We're just joining us. 46 points for Danny Stevens on the evening. Musgrave with the basketball for Pittsfield. Gets it to Daniel. Daniel on the dribble. Looking for the backdoor in Musgrave, and it is stolen away. Stolen away here with 1:18 left. Stevens with it into the front court. Mendenhall comes out to try to guard him with 1:11 to play. Trying to get a 5 count, and a timeout going to be called by Brett Upkus. We'll pause as well. 1:08 left, 51-43, the advantage for the Suns on Central Illinois Sports.
From our trucks to their lunch trays, to your local hospital, to your favorite pub, and to your kitchen table. For more than 60 years, Dot Foods and Dot Transportation have been stocking the shelves of your hometown. Sure, we've grown a lot, but at our core, we're still small-town, family-run businesses that care about our communities and the people who keep us running. Join the Dot family today and be part of something bigger.
1:08 to play. Ball out of bounds to the Suns on the sideline. 51-43 the advantage for Southeastern. They've got one timeout left in their back pocket. Inbounds pass will be lobbed up for Stevens. He starts the dribble now with 1:05 left. Musgrave comes out to guard him. They'll bring a double team his way. Dribbles right by him. Puts up a shot in the lane, no good. Rebound tipped around. Comes down to Tippy. And a timeout by Southeastern. Timeout called by Southeastern. Their final timeout of this contest as Tippy gets the offensive board for the Suns. Big rebound right there with 56.7 seconds left. And Tippy gains his team another possession right here. Hey, want to remind you we'll have action for you tomorrow morning from the 7th grade girls state tournament in Auburn. Pregame show around 20 till the top of the 10 o'clock hour. On Central Illinois Sports, it's the undefeated Lady Braves and the undefeated Terriers of Staunton.
That's what a little bulldog, I guess, is a terrier.
I've never seen a little yip dog turn into a bulldog, but maybe they do. 56.7 seconds left. Suns are now out of timeouts.
The guy used to be the circuit clerk that I think did. Okay.
56.7 seconds left.
Here we go.
Fry to inbound. Throws it up toward the backcourt. Tippy can go back there and get it. Yep. And now they get it to Stevens with 50 seconds left and 50.1 seconds remaining. Daniel will be called for to reach.
Double bonus situation. Southeastern 17 of 25 on the night. 51-43, 50.1 seconds left. Two shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stevens is missed on the night.
It's been a while, though.
Yeah, it has. First one is up and good. Actually, he missed the last one he shot.
Now, Pittsfield wants a timeout. 50.1 seconds left. Saki's called a timeout. They'll be left with one timeout remaining on the other side of this break.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
50.1 seconds left. 52-43 is the Southeastern Suns advantage over the Pittsfield Sakis. Pittsfield has one timeout left. Southeastern is out of timeouts.
When it was 16-0, I didn't think it would get within 3 a couple of times. Did you, Charlie?
Again, Pittsfield's had some opportunities to be right back in the thick of things in this one. Just had not taken advantage, and Danny Stevens has.
Stevens goes to the free throw line. I've got him for 47 on the night. He had 50 the other night.
52?
52. He'll have trouble meeting that tonight.
I bet not.
2 free throws to be shot for Stevens, the senior. First one's good.
He made the one before the timeout, so that makes it a 10-point game. 53-43, 50 seconds left. Inbounds pass comes into Tom Have in the backcourt. Stevens will stay back there and kind of pester things a bit. Works it across to Musgrave. Musgrave on the dribble drive. Little floater up in the lane, no good. Rebound down to Stevens. 40 seconds remaining. He'll be fouled by Daniel. And 2 more free throws coming up for Stevens.
Daniel picks up his third. 53-43. 48 points on the night.
How many nights this season will Stevens have 50 for his team?
5 or 6.
You think more often than not?
They're going to play at Macomb this year in the holiday tournament. We'll bring that to you. First one in and out, no good for Stevens. 53-43. People yelling because he missed a free throw. You're down by 10.
Now 11.
Second one, good. 49.
54-43 on the Truck scoreboard. 38 seconds left. Daniel has it poked away from behind by Stevens. Look out. Here he goes on the breakaway. Stevens for the missed layup. Rebound down to Johnson, who puts it up and in. That wasn't really as exciting, was it? 56-43.
Well, Petty looked like he was going to try to hack him there.
Daniel into the front court. Petty gets it. Deep 3. Right wing is no good. Rebound tipped around. Musgrave gets it. Puts it up and in. Brad Tomei will call the obligatory final timeout of the game. 14.4 seconds left. Final timeout taken by Pittsfield, so both teams are out of the timeouts here. It's an 11-point game with 14.4 seconds left. We'll have the Illini Community Hospital postgame show coming up for you shortly. Do want to remind you about Waters Concrete. Tim Waters offers quality concrete for your new build, driveways, decorative patios, sidewalks, anything with concrete. It's Waters Concrete, ready to serve you. 309-252-1052 for Waters Concrete.
Coach Efkes talking to Stevens when he came off the court saying, you got to make that layup, and he goes, I got fouled on the arm, and then he probably turned to him and said, hey, Coach, you think you can put 49 up?
Hey, Coach, I've scored 49 of the 56. I will...
I might take a shower after the game and drive the bus. Are you riding with us or not? Danny's dad is the assistant coach, a cool, calm, and collected young man. 56-45, 14.4 seconds left.
Like the court to go. Rigg will be the man to throw it in. They'll clear everybody else out of the backcourt except for Stevens. He will get open, get the ball. 13 seconds left, and it doesn't look like Pittsfield will foul.
No reason to.
So Stevens will walk it up, dribble it toward the sideline, and dribble this one out. And the Suns improved to 6-0 on the season as they defeat the Sockies 56-45. We take you to the Illini Community Hospital postgame show, where we're back with final stats and analysis. We'll visit with Saukee head coach Brad Tomhaven. We'll name our Edward Jones financial advisor Derek Harris player of the game. Stay tuned on Central Illinois Sports.
Illini Community Hospital is committed to providing high-quality specialty care close to home. We are pleased to welcome Dr. William Severino, urologist, and Dr. Mark Mount, ear, nose, and throat physician, to the consulting physician clinic team at the Castile Center. Specialty care is also provided for orthopedics, cardiology, podiatry, obstetrics, oncology, and more. Learn more by visiting IlliniHospital.org or call 217-285-2113, extension 3950 to schedule an appointment.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Damon Plumbing offers septic installation, drain cleaning, new water lines, remodel work for your home, or if you're planning a new build, make sure you include the Damon boys. To get it right the first time, no job too big. Have you seen Braden and Doug? Or too small? Sorry, Corby, couldn't resist. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family. When you think of fall, what comes to mind besides pumpkins, honey, and football? How about fertilizer? Studies show more than 1/3 of your crop's yield is determined by fertilizer alone. Studies also show as much as 40% potassium and 30% phosphate gets tied up in stalks and residue, as well as high clay content. Nutrient Ag Solutions recommends Titan, which is an innovative fertilizer catalyst designed for use with dry fertilizer blends. Titan will keep nutrients from being tied up and increase fertilizer availability in your crop. Titan is a low-cost option to improve crop fertility. Contact your nutrient crop consultant today. Trucks LLC will be located this fall in the new building at 14 East Industrial Park Drive in Pittsfield. Call 217-922-0044. Diesel repair service offering 24-hour roadside repair, mobile service units, semi-truck and trailers, farm and ag equipment, DOT inspections, hydraulic hose repair, anything diesel, we can come to you along the road in the field or at your shop. It's Trucks. Call 217-922-0044. That's 217-922-0044.
Welcome back on the Illini Community Hospital postgame show. A final on this one, 56-45, the win for the Southeastern Suns over the Pittsfield Sockies. Suns improved to 6-0. Sockies fall to 4-2 on the season and have a tough matchup against West Central at Winchester next Tuesday night. West Central, by the way, a big come-from-behind victory over Brown County this evening. So they moved their record one more in the win column. They have just one loss that they've experienced so far on the season. Jack, a big lead early for the Southeastern Suns, kind of tells the tale in this one. And, well, Danny Stevens looked pretty good again tonight.
They were up 16 to won after one quarter, 16-0 to start, up 18-1. I think that was their biggest lead, I do believe, of the night for them. And it was 28-20 at halftime. Sockies had actually got it to 26-20 and shot a three. Couldn't get it to fall. 39-28 after three quarters. So an 11-8 third quarter. 56-45 was the final tonight. Pittsfield turned the ball over only 5 times tonight. Southeastern 6. 3 in the second half for Southeastern, 2 for Pittsfield. A couple people fouled out on the night. Southeastern was 16 of 34, 47%, 3 of 9 from the arc, 35%, 19 of 29, 65.6% from the free throw line. Pittsfield 13 of 41, 31.7%, 6 of 19 from the arc, 31%. They have got to start hitting some threes. 12 of 22, that's a big one. 10 missed free throws, and you lose by 11. 54.5%. Pittsfield was led on the night. 16 points from Adam Musgrave. Scored 9 in the second half. 15 for Nolan Daniel. He scored 9 in the second half. Brendan Tomhave with 9 points on 3 threes. Javen Petty had a 3 on the night, and Eli Mendenhall had a couple of free throws on the evening. Gets easy for Southeastern on the other side as Danny Stevens had 49 on the night. 3 for Aiden Akers, 2 for Owen Riggs, and a big 2 for Jesse Johnson on a offensive rebound with 3 Sockies around him. He got the board and got the points, and Southeastern wins it 56-45.
We pause for a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll visit with Saukey head coach Brad Tomhave on the Illini Community Hospital postgame show.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can help. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Welcome back on the Illini Community Hospital postgame show. Southeastern beats Pittsfield tonight 56-45. And Coach Tomhave joining us here on the postgame show. There's an old adage, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. But sometimes how you start can really get you in a hole early, and that's kind of what happened this evening.
Oh, absolutely. You spend so much energy trying to get yourself back in the game, and they did. And you just reach a certain level that we're asking them to, we were playing baseline to baseline and playing against a big-time player that we had to try to throw some different looks at and scramble. And so the kids, I can't fault their effort. They busted it. They left it all out there and just, fell short. We, you're right, got 17-1 to start or something like that and got back to within 3 and had the ball a couple times to get it even closer and just couldn't get over that hump. So they learned something. Hopefully they're in a big game, tight game. Situational stuff again that we can move forward with, and so I'm tickled with their effort. I'm tickled with their competitiveness, and now it's time to regroup with some of the little things on both ends of the floor, so we don't put ourselves in that hole.
Very interesting because Southeastern is going to play in the Macomb Holiday Tournament this year, and you very well likely could face them sometime in that. When your kids play in a game like this and realize we were within 3, middle of the third quarter, early fourth quarter, it's not as hard to convince them that they can play with them.
Oh, we were in that locker room at halftime, and I think you could see it in the kids' eyes. They knew they could play with them. I just wish they would have started the game with that process because we had them on the ropes there in the second quarter. We were on a run, and kids were feeling good and moving, and so hopefully they understand that. Again, you're talking – these kids are just going to get better and better as the year goes, the more minutes they get. And to be in a game like this where they had to be in that situation, and that's going to pay nothing but dividends in the, as we go through the season.
For somebody who hasn't seen Stevens play, and you say, well, is he really good enough to play at Mizzou, is where he's committed to as a preferred walk-on? I don't know, you keep watching him and you go, how many nights can he come out and put up 40-plus? Well, at least 6 at this point on the season. He, even with really good defense on him, Coach, is a very good player.
Oh, he's tremendous. Yeah, I don't want to take anything away from him. I'd like to see he's good. I don't want to take anything. Again, we couldn't stop him. That's one of the better players we've seen come through here. He probably top 10. We've seen some really good ones, and he's right up there with them. So he was a tough matchup for us.
You knew this part of the schedule. Again, pretty tough. You go to Winchester next week, take on a West Central squad who got a big come-from-behind victory over Brown County tonight. They have a prolific scorer in their own right in Evans, and so you'll have a tough battle on your hands on Tuesday as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to remind everybody that game is at Bluffs Tuesday, not at Winchester. It is at Bluffs for whatever reason.
That's a different one.
I just want to know, but yes, we got our hands tough one on Tuesday. Again, going there and playing and trying to match their energy, and see if we can't contain some of those guys, and see if we can't put that throw that ball through that hoop a little more often than what we have been.
Well, the last thing, you come to games, and after a while you get accustomed to seeing certain people at the game night in and night out, and Ann Horton was one of those people who was here for a very long time. Her and Fuzzy usually sitting pretty close to the floor, and they lost her last week, and I know that's a tough one for the Saki family.
Yeah, so sad to hear that when that news surfaced. Obviously, all our thoughts and prayers go to the Horton family on their loss, and she was a wonderful supporter of kids, not just Saki basketball, but anything at the high school, just kids in general. And so, again, hated to hear the news that she had passed, and yeah, definitely thinking of the Hortons and anything we can do on our end of things to help soothe some things over, giving them some basketball to watch, whether it's good or bad, so they can get their mind off it. So yeah, awful sorry to hear that.
Danny Stevens and the Suns come into Voschel and beat the Sakis tonight, 56-45. Coach, as always, we appreciate the time.
Thanks, guys.
That's Saki head coach Brad Tomave on the Illini Community Hospital post-game show. Time to name our player of the game. This is anticlimactic, but it's still brought to you by Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. And Jack, personally, I think it should go to Danny Stevens. What do you think?
I'm going to pick Danny Stevens tonight. Grandma Beth is back home, a little under the weather. Beth, we're glad you are listening tonight. Glad you got to see Danny and the kids play. We know that you think an awful lot of that sixum of those kids, and they got a bunch of good ones in that Stevens family. And like I said, if Brad Tomei before the game would have got to pick first, he'd have picked Danny Stevens to play on his side tonight. He's a good kid, and I'm going to tell you what, you ought to get a chance to watch him anytime. He's worth the price of admission. I'm going to tell you what, Tuesday night, Zach Evans is worth the price of admission too. And as they used to say at Illinois College, they don't charge admission there, so they got a lot of people that are worth it. But
it'll be a battle in Bluffs on Tuesday night.
I tell you what, I never could understand why we play Porta at Ashland, because I think that's an advantage for Pittsfield. But I think going to Bluffs is a bit of a difference. I guess it's Zach Evans' hometown, but other than that, I can't believe we're not playing at Winchester.
Probably a chorus concert or something at Winchester that night.
It'll be a little table to
We'll
sit
be
behind.
there on Tuesday night. But first, tomorrow, we've got some basketball
You
to
got
take care of.
basketball tomorrow?
On the ladies' side, the Lady Braves going to put their undefeated record on the line against an undefeated team on their own right. The Staunton Terriers and the Lady Braves will play at 10 o'clock in Auburn. Early basketball. It's brunch with the Lady Braves tomorrow on Central Illinois Sports.
And then supper with the Lady Braves if they can get it done in the first game against an undefeated Staunton squad. And they could turn around if Washington would win and have to play another undefeated team.
Well, it is the state tournament, and I guess once you get there, everybody is pretty solid. That's going to do it tonight from Voschel Gymnasium. For John and Jack Hull, I'm Charlie Hull, thanking you for joining us this evening as Southeastern beats Pittsfield 56-45. It's been another Central Illinois Sports presentation.